Hi everyone, I'm Ashan Dhananjay. This is the project Apache Stratos Health Statistics User Interface, GSoC 2015. Stratos currently doesn't have a way to show the applications, members, and the clusters health statistics data. Uh, for First of all, I'll before we wrap up with the solution, I'll show you the current workflow of the health statistics data of the clusters. Uh, each and every cartridge have a health publisher, and those health publisher will publish the health statistics data of load average, memory consumption, and in-flight request count to the CEP using the thrift protocol. In the CEP, it will calculate the average values of the data and then uh, publish the data to the message brokers, summarize health stat topic, and then autoscaler will be subscribed to that message broker topic and use the average health statistics data to uh, de decide to whether to increase whether to decide to increase the cluster number of clusters or reduce the number of clusters. And then the solution what we overcome with the problem is to implement the health statistic UI, which can show the data of the applications that are deployed in the server, such as cluster memory consumption, cluster load average, cluster in-flight request count, and member load average, and member memory consumption. First, I'll tell you about the consideration that we overcome when we creating the implementation. First, why we have decided to come up with a different health statistic application, a UI. But after that, we have moved with the current console application. We have included the health statistic page to the current console application, which is written on the Caramel framework. And also, why we use the console application is it is very easy to authorize the user, and also it will be okay, it will be easy to manage the sessions for that as well. And also we have included the health statistic page immediately after the topology view, because in the manner of user experience, it is the most easiest way to access the health statistics data for clusters and members is using the topology view. Now I'll describe how the event flows from the cartridge agent to the health statistics UI. First, cartridge agent publish the health statistics to the CEP through the thrift protocol. In the CEP, default WC event adapter will receive the health statistics data. Then it will pass the data to the two event builders named health statistics event builder and the load balance statistic event builder. After that, using that event builders to event two input definitions will be created. Names are cartridge agent health statistics definition, and the other one is in-flight request count, in-flight request definition. Using those two streams, two execution plan will be evaluate the data and summarize the health statistics averages, and those averages will be published to a health statistics export stream, which I created newly. And using that health statistics export stream, I will publish the data to the new formatter named health statistics publish event formatter, and that formatter will publish the health statistics data to the output adapter. and that output adapter will use a data source named health statistics data source to publish the health statistics data to the RDBMS, which is a MySQL currently. In the in the REST endpoint API, I created 5 methods to access the RDBMS and query the data, and user interface will be called to the REST API and get the data for the user interface. Now I'll do a small demo. First I'll show you how to configure the health statistics UI, and then I'll show you how to view the health statistics data. First, we have to configure the console, configure the property of the configure. We have to configure the statistic configuration which is in the console application. Uh, in here, you can see the health statistics property. Just set it true and save it, and then we have to configure the health statistics data source. You can get the health statistics data from the data source from the documentation that I provided you. You can find the data sources in the repository conf data sources master data sources.xml file, and paste it there. This is the data source we are using, and then you can configure the URL, your my local URL or the instance URL, then give the username and password accordingly, and then you have to configure the output adapter and the event formatter. You can find the event formatter and the output adapter in the extensions CEP health statistics artifacts directory. Just copy the health stat formatter from there and paste it in the server repository deployment uh, formatter event formatters, and then get the output adapter from the same extension folder, and then paste that. You can configure the output adapter by pasting it in the output event adapters folder, which is in the repository deployment server output adapter directory. Uh, Now we can start the server. We have done with the configuration. In this use case, I'm using a mock dataset to feed the charts. Just give a second. Uh, the data is still not published to the CEP. Okay. Uh, you can log into the server using your user credentials. This is the main menu. You can see the applications here, and these are the two applications that I have been deployed in the server. Let's go to single cartridge. This is the topology view, and it is in the active state. Let's say if you need to check some details, the health statistics data of a cluster, just go to the move your cursor onto the particular cluster, and in the popover you can see the health statistics button. Click it, and it will redirect you to the health statistics UI. This it's a cluster, and the cluster name is single cartridge app my PHP domain. Here you can see three different charts. One is for memory consumption average, the other one is for load average, the third one is for in-flight request count. Each and every chart have 5 different options: 30 minutes, 1 hour, 1 day, 1 week, until up to 1 month. Each and every this option will be represent you the interval of the data you need to see: 30 minutes, 1 hour, 1 day, 1 week. Likewise, you can see the data set. If you need to see the actual values of the graph, you can just move your cursor into the tooltip, that the small circles here. It will show you the date and the value of the that tooltip value. And you can use the back button to go back to the topology view. Let's say you need to see health statistics data of a particular member. Just move your cursor like this, and in the popover you may see the health statistics button. The member ID is single cartridge app my PHP domain, this value, and there will be two charts. One is for memory consumption average, the other one is for load average. And also the chart functionalities that I described before are available in these charts as well. As improvements, I would like to suggest enable the H2 database with the as a RDBMS to the health statistics UI, and also we can enable the chart focusing functionalities on the charts. So then we can go more in depth value to we can view lots of in depth value of the charts. Any questions?
Yeah, Ashan.
Yes.
Now, one of the issues that came to my mind when you were going through the UI was that if I wanted to introduce, let's say, a new time interval to the graphs, like I remember showing. Can you go back to the UI?
Yeah. Let's go to cluster. Okay.
Yeah. Now, let's say if I want to introduce a more let's say 5-minute window,
Okay.
how would I be able to do that if you can
Using we have been only included 5 different options here. If we need to go with the 5 minutes thing, we can improve these charts to set a time value for insert how many the interval you need to watch the data, like 5 minutes. We have to we can improve that functionality to this thing, this charts.
Yeah, what I wanted to know is how one would do that. Can you demonstrate through the code how the
Okay.
request flow happens?
In this Ajax code, uh, we can give the time interval. Uh, Hello.
Yeah,
Uh,
go on.
we can give the type you want to. Let's say if it's a in-flight request chart, and the ID value and the chart type. Uh, then it will go to the controller class health statistic get request jet, and it will check the here what I in this user interface I created only for five different options. Like so, when we if we need to introduce a new value, we have to define it in the Ajax code, like 5 minutes. Then I am checking the value which is come from the statistic JavaScript file, and getting the actual value like 30 minutes or 1 hour 1 day, and convert that time with the actual timestamp value, and triggering the REST call option with the ID. ID means the cluster ID and the start time and the end time, and it will trigger the REST calls jack here, and get the uh, data for that particular cluster from start date to end date. Like if we say it is 9:35 time. So let's say you need to get a 5 minute interval time. The start time will be the 9:30 here, and the timestamp value of the 9:30, and then the end date will be the 21:35 9:35 timestamp value. So it will respond with the timestamp value to you.
Uh, okay, that looks great actually. But one possible improvement that I can see is that we could somehow enable the 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 time durations and the number of options via a configuration file or something like that.
Yes. You mean we can define the timestamp that we want to use in the these options here.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a good suggestion. Um,
Uh, Also, can you show us how the backend, the REST API works when you make a call, and how the data is collected from the database?
okay. Here, let's say we are getting member average memory data. So the REST call will be triggered here with the member ID and the start date and end date time, and it will call the get average memory by ID function in the Stratos API utils here, and here you can see I have defined the query for getting details from the database, and the member ID will be set here, and the start date and end date like accordingly, and then it will create a new list, and create another connection with the database from the connection handler class. Uh, Connection handler class using the data source that I have been created in the I have defined in the master data source.xml file, and it will create the connection and will return it to the utils again, and using that connection I'm getting the data by executing this query ID, and one by one I'm creating new uh, beans, average memory consumption bean with cluster ID, memory average consumption, timestamp, member ID. Likewise, I'm putting those data objects to the list that I created before. After that, after the result completed, I I'm converting that value list to the JSON format and return it to the API Stratos API v4.1 class, and then the response will be go to the UI. Hello.
Ashar,
Yes.
I saw in one of your the places in the code you have hard coded the JNDI name JDBC.
Yes. A connection handler.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
they are
Oh yes. Yes.
uh, the usual practice is I think without hard coding the JNDI name we so if you look at register XML or user management XML, we have a data source section and there we define the name. So what we do is we read that property and use it here. If you hard code this value, so if somebody change it in the master data source XML, then that might be a problem that you can check and change
Okay. Sure.
later. You can keep an eye.
Okay. I will not know.
And also, where do we enable and disable health statistic publish?
Application UI.
Yeah, yeah.
It is using the I told you in the console application.
Okay.
You can find the
Why did we move it to the console app? Because we usually do not keep configuration data in the console app.
since this is a page, that's why we are founding this console.json configuration without going to that carbon configuration.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh, so usually we don't keep configurations in the these files, but this console JSON is a configuration file, right? Where I see it's
Uh,
there in the config. Ah, okay.
console config.
I, so itself it is a configuration file. That's
Yes.
fine. Yes.
Ashan,
Yes.
uh, in that code where we have that JNDI configuration, I noticed that we had some system println results. Can you go back to that?
Here.
No, no,
Uh,
JNDI lookup.
connection. Uh,
Yeah,
yes.
so yeah, and you need to get rid of that print stack phrase and actually throw the error.
Okay.
I think you had properly done it in that SQL query. Yeah, you had the SQL query.
Okay.
Query. And also in the SQL query,
Yes.
I noticed that you have just put variables within the query. And are you doing proper input validation there?
Uh,
If you are not, then this is vulnerable to an SQL injection attack. So I think it's better to
create a prepared statement and pass the variables to that instead of having a plain query.
Okay. Hello. Hello.
Yeah. If there are no questions, and if we have completed the demonstration, I think we could wrap up the handout.
Okay.
What do
Okay.
other guys think?
Yes, great work, Ashan and Chamila and Dakshika. I think it's good. Great.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks a lot, everyone.
Thanks, Ashan. This is good work.
Okay.
Good
Thank you.
job, Asha.
Great work, Ashan. Thanks.